Hey everybody, and welcome to another 119 plus 1 video.
I forgot to do the hair.
Oh yeah, see your hair. Okay, looks good?
It's good.
Okay, so we are playing our Fallout. We have the New California.
And I can be on 2 of these things.
Okay, hold on. I was going to explain that. I was going to explain that next.
Star.
Okay, so we're playing with the new cooperative pack, right?
Yes.
But we've made our own rules. So let me try to explain. In the regular Fallout, in the first version, you have these 2 teams, right, Ian? In this case, it's the Brotherhood of Steel and the Unity. And you're
What's the Brotherhood, Paladin, and the...
No, those are the name of the bad guys, but I'm talking the name of the factions. And what happens is, as you play, if you complete certain quests in a certain way, the factions move down a track and get stronger. And the way the game ends is if the faction makes it to a bottom, then the game ends, and every player who has enough victory points wins and who doesn't lose. And the goal is to get, like Ian was showing you, these victory point cards. So there are these thumbs up cards, right? You notice this one has a star and this one has a shield. So if you have this one, you're on the star team.
But if they have no.
Okay.
If they have this one, it can be on a shield.
Right. But some cards don't have a team. Like I have one card on my side, and this one's called Payday. Oops. Is it backwards? I don't know. No, it was right. Payday.
There's also another one who doesn't have one.
Yep, neither of mine have. And this Payday one says I get an extra victory point if I have 15 caps. With Ian's, he gets an extra victory point for how much farther the stars are than the shields. So it's in his benefit to pick a team and have them win, right? So that's how you play in the normal way, which I like better. In the new way, they have a different way to play, which is you pick a team at the start, and you can only do quests for that one team, right? So you could either choose, I want to be the Brotherhood, or I could choose, I want to be the Unity. And then what happens is when you do your encounters, you only have a certain amount of time to beat the game. Basically, if you go, you only get a certain number of turns, and then you lose. And the victory conditions are a little different. So this one, the victory is complete rise of the master.
And the green one is radiation. And don't go in the red because it wastes 2 of their turns and it stopped already.
That's right. That's 2 movement points. So anyway, so the thing is, I like actually playing the old way better with the new set. However, Ian and I do something where one thing that's really cool is the cooperative dice, right, Ian?
What was that dice? Oh, yeah.
So, the cooperative dice, if you're in the same square, you could fight together. So let's see. So what that means is, if you look at our board right now, right?
Wait.
Hold on.
Here's a star.
Hold on, Ian. I'm trying to. It's hard with this camera. So if you look at our board, and by the way, one of the things about Fallout is, even though it's a great game, as you can see, it's taking our whole dining room table. There's so many cards and pieces and everything. But Ian and I hope you guys can see, we're in the same square. So next to us is a super mutant, right? And I'm going to pick up his thing so we can describe him.
He's an Overlord guy.
Yeah. So.
Super mutant Overlord.
Exactly. So if you look at his card, oops, he's upside down. He's a 3, and you can only damage him by hitting the head.
And if you kill him, you get loot.
You get a loot card. So if you get a loot card is a deck that looks like this, and when you flip it over, you get something. And in this case, this loot card is the bottle cap mine. During your turn, exhaust to place an unused quest marker in your space on this card. After enemies activates, if at least one enemy moved into the marked space, kill the enemy in the space. Oh, so this is like a trap. So that's a cool thing you get from the loot, but we haven't beat him yet, so we don't have the loot, right? So let's see. For this fight, I'm going to let's look at Ian's special board if we can. This camera's a little hard to aim because it's my laptop camera, but Ian's got this special board. He's got a lot of letters. He's got the power armor. His character comes with power armor, but no weapon. So for the example, we're going to take a weapon out just so we can help, right? So
I'm make that weapon.
So this weapon is called the sniper rifle, and it's got some rules. during a fight, always inflict hits on the enemy. Wow, so this thing, if you roll a certain thing on your combat dice, if you could see, if you roll a head, this always inflicts damage on the enemy. That's a special rule. But what it also does is it gives you rerolls if you have P and A. So Ian does have a P, so that means he gets one free reroll during this fight.
Oh, I'm gonna take that.
Now take it. We're gonna clean up some. So grab the sniper rifle back. So with the assist die, since Ian and I are in the same square, I could choose to join his fight. So what that means is, let's do our rolls. So we're gonna try to film this. Okay. So I'm gonna put the camera down. So there's the super mutant. Put him. We know where he was. So we're gonna put him back down here, right? And now grab the dice.
I'll do the assist.
No, you're fighting. I am the assist.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna roll and see what happens. Roll the dice. All right. I'm gonna roll mine too. All right. Now we're gonna collect them up so everybody can see. Hopefully. Now. So, let's see. All right. Excellent. So this guy, you can only damage him in the head, and we didn't get a single head hit. So, and neither did mine. So, Ian has a reroll since he has a P, so you could reroll. So try to reroll and see if we could get a head hit. Oh no. So we didn't win that fight because we only got body. We got no head hits. And we took 1-2 damage, but Ian, luckily, his armor is 2. So according to the rules, his armor cancels out 2 hits. If he didn't have that armor, like if I got this, I would take 6 damage because that's 1, 2, 3 times 2, 6. Now, if we had beat him, we would get a loot card. So pick up. So we already went to the loot card. We would have got this, but that's how you fight. So now there's some other little tricks about people you fight.
Let's try and fight. Let's try and get Mr. Gusty.
Hold on. This person has a gun icon, right? And we didn't talk about this, but if you're fighting them, they could fight you from an adjacent square, and if you're fighting them with a gun, one away, you could do 1 damage. So actually, in that fight, we did do 1 damage to him because Ian had the sniper rifle. Wait, hold on, Ian. We'll explain him next. We'll look at that card. So that one has, you got to hold it still so we can see. Oops, I got my finger over the part. That guy has a gun, but he also has this arrow, which means aggressive. So anytime you walk through his square, he's going to fight you automatically. Let's look at some other bad guys and see what they have. So let's see. Okay. Oh, this guy's cool. So this is new to the California. He's got a little C, which means caps. So he's a level 2. So if you beat the Acolyte, you get 2 caps. And also, he's got this arrow, which means if you lose the fight to him, he goes back. He goes dormant. He goes back to this side. What do you want to show, Ian? Oh, here, I'll hold it up for you. This is a super mutant. And what do you want to say about this one? Oh, this is a Behemoth. He's cool looking. What does that symbol mean? The one on top. Fast. And what that means is during the enemy phase, he would move 2 spaces. So normally the enemies only move 1 space. So if this enemy was on the map and the enemy activates, instead of just moving 1 space, he could move 1, 2. So this guy is very dangerous because he's a 3, and he also moves very fast. So he could get to you unsuspected. Let's see.
The Protectron.
What does the Protectron have? He's a robot. Okay, well he's got a shield. Oh, that's good you mentioned it. So when he's a shield, even though he's 2, so he'll do 2 points of damage to you at once. What does the shield mean, Ian? No, what does it mean? What does it look like? What does the shield mean? It means you got to get 1 more hit on him, right? Yes, Ian, what does the shield mean? You being shy? What does the shield mean?
You get 1 more time.
So if he's a 2, how many times do you got to get him? 3? Yeah, you got to get 3 hits on a dice, so you would have to roll 3 with arms. And that's pretty tough because, just so you guys know, I don't think there's anything on the dice where if you hit the arms, you always take damage back, right? See, these stars mean the enemy hits you. These just mean you damage the section. So it's very hard. Anytime you're fighting this guy, he's going to be pretty tough because he's going to do a lot of damage back to you because you can only get him in the arms, and every arm has a little star, I think, if I'm correct. Anything else you want to show, Ian?
Wait, I'm gonna do the sentry. So again,
Let me see.
because he's a lucky one because he has 2 headaches.
2 headaches? You mean 2 sections you could hit?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So we can get him in
the belly.
belly or arms.
Right, and you definitely can roll the belly without taking damage. So belly, you could get him without taking damage. And the other thing we need to talk about is the radiation. So this guy, he's got the radiation thing, right? And what that means is he also moves quick, but if he does damage to you, he also does radiation to you. So if he were to hit you, hold on, no one could see, hold on. He's a level 1 enemy. Oops, I forgot about that. All our things fell out. Oh well, we're gonna clean up anyway. But he was a level. If he does 1 damage to you, he also does 1 radiation.
I already did that.
Okay, but even if he was a 2, he would do 2 damage to you. 1, 2. But
It's
still,
radiation.
no, only one radiation. So, and if the radiation moves up to where your red is, you die. And if your radiation moves to the end, it's game over because then you couldn't come back. So that's that. That's a little bit about fighting enemies. We're gonna clean up because we've been playing for like hours, right?
Wait. Let's show them what color I colored my guy.
Oh yeah, Ian painted this. Tell them about it, Ian. Here, I'll hold them up for you, and you can talk. So this is the Brotherhood Outcast, right? Oops. Guess I should hold it like this. I'll just hold it like this. That's the Brotherhood Outcast. Ian painted in blue. He's got a gun. Ow! He got right in the nose. Ouch. Yeah, and his good thing is now he's a very strong character. He starts with 2 armor, so he's very hard to beat. But the rule you're supposed to play with him is that he's only supposed to be able to move half as far as everyone else. So most moves, everyone moves 2 spaces, but he only moves 1 unless you spend a cap. A cap is money in the Wastelands. And really, it's very hard to get money in the game. So that's a pretty big penalty. But that's that. So we're going to stop recording now. So how do you say goodbye, Ian? What do we do?
Goodbye.
Oh, you got to bow. Goodbye. See you next time.